There's hi, this is Jerry Delemus and Mac Ruiz, and we're going over actually an article, and it's is it true that Mitch McConnell, Republican Senate Minority Leader, tanks Senate races by not funding candidates like Masters? Interesting, interesting question because
And that come from the Daily
everybody
Wire.
that was on the Daily Wire. Thanks, Mac. Is that should be pretty obvious to everybody who's watching the Mitch McConnell and his activities. And
Mm-hmm.
he's done it before. He did it in the Tea Party movement. He held off, which I talked to a Senate candidate from, I believe she was in Nevada, who was running, and Mitch McConnell held her funding because he didn't want a Tea Party candidate in there. Held her funding until the day of the election, the day before the election, to fund her through the Senate campaign fund,
Right.
and so that the Democrat would win. And McConnell cares about one thing: his seat, and
Right.
that's what he cares about. And he's, in my view, I think he's absolutely corrupt. He needs to go. He should have gone a long time ago. I hated even seeing. I'd rather seen a Democrat win his seat in the last election when he won. This is the one before this midterm we just had. I'd
Mm-hmm.
rather see a Democrat get in there. At least you know where the Democrat's coming from. But Mitch McConnell is just a master manipulator, and he's
Right.
been a stumbling block for good legislation in this country, probably for most of his career. And
Right.
uh, I'm tired of the good old boy network and the power plays that they do. They know how to manipulate the system, and they just need to go. And we need to
Right.
get some people in there who are actually going to support what it is on the Republican platform, and uh, uh, and stop playing these money games. That you hear it before, as if a Republican who's a rhino, if you will, Republican name only. Won a primary, is you'd hear Mitch McConnell and the rest of them come out and go, "Oh, but you got to support him because you got to support the ticket, right?" But when a conservative wins, it's like Mitch McConnell's
Mm-hmm.
pulling the plug on him in the back room, and that's just, I mean, you know, he needs to go. He just needs to go, and any of them like him.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
just
Just
my
looking at the numbers, some of it, he he definitely put in a lot less money as the his it's not him personally, it's his super PAC. He put in a lot less money. It's his super PAC plus the Republican, I guess that would be the RNC, but the Democrat side were putting in significantly more money than he was contributing. So overall, the Republicans were coming in with less money on all the
I,
races
I
than
think the Democrats have more money, though. Just not defending McConnell, but I think they have
right,
in campaigns. I think they have more money. So there's a
right,
lot of rich, very rich Democrats. I mean, some of the richest people in our nation. Matter of fact, I'd say most of them are Democrats,
right.
even though
Yeah,
they hate
it's
the red.
it's I don't know. I I think this guy's pretty Weasley. I don't know how he keeps getting voted in. To be perfectly honest, not just I mean I'm talking just as a senator, not alone getting voted in as the whatever leadership the party is at
Leverage,
any given. Yeah,
leverage.
what leverage could this dude possibly have?
Well, they committees. I'll keep you
Hmm.
on this committee. I'll keep you on that committee. I'll put you in this. I'll put you in this position. That's what they do. All this backroom stuff. And in the state, they know that money's coming their way through having Mitch McConnell
Right.
in the Senate. So and there's promises. Believe me, there's Republicans and Democrats that make promises to each other in these
Oh yeah.
situations when it's really close. It's not that there's the bipartisan thing. You
I
help
mean,
me
look at
out here, and I'll
Romney.
help you out, right? And but
Romney is the number one play both sides.
well, it's really a shame. McConnell's wife is and McConnell himself through his wife. They have a shipping company that was funded
Yeah.
in China. The ships
Yep.
were made in China, and China negotiated their Pacific contracts around the world for shipping. And so you wonder why he's so light on China. You never hear Mitch come out and really lambast China for some of the things that they've been doing. And he's been in the Senate, I don't even know how long, 30 years, whatever, and
Right.
maybe more, probably more. And it's because he's invested in China. And
Yeah.
if you're invested in China, you're helping the communist Chinese because that's who runs it, their government. And every dollar that goes in there, the Chinese government, the communists, have their finger in, and that's why Biden's backs off on him, and they don't want people in office, McConnell included, because he'll get squeezed by China as well. Okay, these guys are like a MAGA person or whatever it happens to be.
Yeah.
If they're tough on China trade policies or currency manipulation, is that you can bet that his wife is hearing something, because I think she just became a citizen and came over here in the 70s, if I remember right. And I think she claimed to be Taiwanese in this last election finally, but I thought she was Chinese, but I'm not sure which. But whatever, their ties are certainly ended in China. They're in bed with them financially, and they're going to do their bidding, just like the networks do the bidding of their sponsors. Well, Mitch has got a sponsor, and it's China, and so does Biden, and a number of them do.
Yep.
And that's why we can't get fair trade deals. That's why they hate. One of the reasons they hated Trump so much is because he was spanking their goose that lays a golden egg.
Yep. And that's why you guys need to vote this dude out. Get this guy out of office. And if you like this video, comment, like, subscribe below, and support us in any of our other channels and directions in the description. See you guys on the next one.